everyone. This is Language Arts or Reading Week 1. Okay, so this is a review, kind of an overview for the week. So it's useful for either distance learners or you guys who are coming Monday, Wednesday, Tuesday, Thursday, track A and track B. But it's probably most useful for the distance learners. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about this week and what we're going over this week. Your student is going to hear the stories for all the letters from A to F. And for those of you who are distance learning, you will receive a sheet with live links that will show you those stories that go along with those letters. So for those of you who are not distance learning, but who are coming on track A or track B, those are still great for your students to watch. I'm going to show you the shortened version of the story for every letter. So as I said, A through F. So for A it goes, Alice apple, A. This is the sign for A. For B it goes, baseball bat, B, B. This is the sign for B. Cody camel, C. Dancing dolphin, D. Edible egg, E. Flaming fire, F. Those are the shortened versions of the stories that they'll be watching. If your student is having problems with a particular letter, let's say B, they can't quite remember what B says, then the best thing to do is look for it everywhere. When you're at the store, look for it in the grocery store. When you point to it, see if they can tell you the sound and the name of that letter. If they can't, try doing the sign and see if they can remember it. That gives a student something to hook onto in order to remember. So that tells you what we're doing with our sounds and our letter names. Now in your distance learning packets or your 3-ring binders, you're going to see something that says in the corner, it will say either H or it will say S. Then it will have a number after it. So this week is H1 and S1. If you are distance learning, then you are going to be doing both of them. If you are not distance learning, you will just be doing the H. H stands for home and S stands for school. Okay, so that kind of gives you an idea of what you're going to be doing this week. Now, the next thing that we're going to be learning besides the letter names and sounds for A through F is handwriting. Handwriting, some people say it's null and void, we shouldn't do it anymore, but if you look into it, there's a lot of research that says brain development happens when they learn to properly write their letters. So this week, as you can see on our calendar, it will also tell you A through F, F, E, D. And the reason we start with capital letters is they're the easiest ones to form. Let me show you. F is just one long line and 2 short lines. Then we add on to it, and I ask the students, look, E is the same as F, except you have another line. And I'll ask them, well, what's the difference? How are they different? How are they the same? Then we add one more. That starts exactly the same way, and we go around. These are called our frog jump letters because when we make our line down, frog jump to the top, little line over, little line over. Big line down, frog jump to the top, little line, little line, little line. Big line down, frog jump to the top, big curve around. That's how we do those letters. And you're going to see some handwriting practice papers in both the S1 and the H1. And so they need to practice those, and it's helpful if you can say that. On the papers, you're going to see those exact words so that you can prompt them on how to write them. Now, they cannot, please don't let them start from the bottom. So there's a little song that we do for that. It goes, where do we start our letters at the top? Where do we start our letters at the top? If you want to start a letter, then you better remember to start it at the top. And then I show them a paper. And I say, is this the top, top, top? No, it's the bottom. Is this the top, top, top? No, it's the middle. Is this the top, top, top? Yes, it's the top, top, top. Where do we start our letters? At the top. Some of you who had Miss Summer, your students should already know that song. All right, so that's handwriting. Now, another thing to note about handwriting is you form your letters from the top to the bottom and from left to right. That's the same way you read. So that's another way that it helps you train your brain to read from the top to the bottom, from the left to the right. That's how we form our letters. All right, so the last thing to go over are the sight words. We have T-H-E, the, and we have C-A-N, can, and there are songs to go with both. All right, so T-H-E spells that. It goes T-H-E spells the, T-H-E spells the, that spells the, that spells the, and then we have one for can. C-A-N, can, C-A-N, can. Yes, I can. Yes, I can. Those are the two songs that can go with both of those. Now, when you're teaching words, sight words, these are called sight words because they should know them by sight. They should know them within 3 seconds without even blending or anything else. So one of the ways you can train them is to have them trace it in the air. T-H-E spells the, T-H-E spells the, that spells the. Have them find it everywhere you go. They can find it in billboards, they can find it in magazines, in books, anywhere you go, have them find the word the. Same thing with can, have them trace it in the air and make sure they're forming their letters right if they know how, and then find them everywhere they go. So that is language arts. As I said, you can find that here. It will tell you what we're learning, the dates that go with it, and please just let me know if you have any questions or you need extra resources to help your student learn. Thank you.